So yes, welcome everyone back to Middle-earth Gaming, and we have a very special video for you because we are doing an unboxing. And yes, it is an unboxing of the new Battle of Osgiliath. As you guys can see, it is still cling wrapped, or cellophane, whatever you want to call it. This is freaking awesome, guys! I can't wait. We're going to be doing an unboxing today. We're going to be looking at all the new stuff, all the existing stuff as well, going through a few of the things. I'll give you my first reviews and reactions to it as well. I know there's already a few out there online, but I want to give my reaction as well, because it's the first time since the channel's been on that there's been like a new starter set. So that's awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to show you guys. But first, I do have to tell you guys a little bit of a story. So obviously you guys know I live in Australia. So I've seen a lot of people in the EU, UK getting theirs already, in America as well. We're a bit further away, so unfortunately we haven't. Some of us have already started to get ours, but we got it a bit later than everyone else. So I pre-ordered mine, way back in August when we got the pre-release, or it was like around August or September time, when the pre-release for the Battle of Osgiliath was. And I randomly went into my local game store yesterday, and I'm currently recording this on Saturday. I'm hoping to get this out today if I can. And they had one. So I want to thank you, Tim from Dice Arcade. Awesome guy, and always really friendly when we're there. When I'm there. Really awesome guy. Really makes you feel welcome when you're there as well. So got a really cool deal on this. Also got a discount code for you guys if you guys want to go check them out. They just don't do Middle-earth. They're gonna be doing a lot more Middle-earth soon as well. They do Legion, Star Wars Legion, 40k, Age of Sigmar, and other stuff as well. So if you're in Australia or anywhere in the world really, use the discount code MESG on their site, and you can go get a discount on their already discounted products as well. So that's pretty awesome. But yeah, thank you so much, Tim. Awesome guy, awesome store. And there was one there, and I haven't got a dispatch email on my pre-ordered one yet. So I thought I got to get this. I got to get this, unbox this for you guys, and paint the new stuff up so we can play some of the new scenarios in here as well. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna do an unboxing of this today. I'll flip the camera around so we can do that unboxing, and come back once we finish and talk about it. Alright guys, so here we are. We have the box, the Battle of Osgiliath. As you guys can see, very reminiscent of the Battle of Pelennor Field set. We have Osgiliath in the foreground, Minas Tirith in the back, Gothmog, Faramir on the opposing sides, as we know that they're in the box, Morannon Orcs, Minas Tirith Warriors. It's very, very reminiscent of the Battle of the Pelennor Fields. But it is pretty much the same size, but it is a lot thicker, as you guys can see. Trust me on that, it is quite thick. As we turn over, we see what we actually get inside the box here. We get Faramir, Madril, Damrod, the new Gothmog, and Foot and Mounted. So those are the new models that are coming in the set. We also get a Mortal Troll, 24 Morannon Orcs, 12 Warriors of Minas Tirith, and 12 Rangers of Gondor. So those are existing sprues, and we'll talk about them once we come to them as well. We also get 4 of the new Gondor ruins, which is some amazing work already being done on them, from Play on Tabletop, Zorp, Lockie, also here in Australia. Lockie over on Zorp, he's doing an amazing stuff there, and I am planning on doing some cool stuff as well, so hopefully you guys can see that once they actually do release more Gondor ruins on the GW site, hopefully very soon. But as you guys can see, we also get some dice, some range rulers, some tokens, and the books as well. So everything you need to get started for a beginner, which is very, very cool. So what we're going to do is going to open it. If you're under the age of 25, make sure you get a parent or guardian to help you to open this box. But as you guys can see, it is still cellophaned. I've had this for over 24 hours now, and I have not opened it. I wanted to open it on camera just for you guys. So I think that's pretty damn cool. So there we go, beautiful looking box, and as we open it, I swear that was the box and that was not me. So we get that, nothing on the inside, and then we agreed to buy a ton, and I mean a ton of sprues. Now we'll talk about this more a bit later on. It is obviously not as many models as the Pelennor Field set. But to do with that, we didn't get any terrain with the Pelennor Field set, and we only got one new plastic miniature with that. That was the mounted Theoden put and mounted. Here we get Gothmog put and mounted, we get the 3 new Ranger heroes, and we get heaps of Osgiliath ruins. So we'll talk about this a bit more later on, but yeah, the value might not be as high, but I still think you will be able to save quite a bit if you do get this set. And again, this set is aimed for beginners. It is a starter set. It is not I mean, it is a battle box, but it is aimed for new players to get into the game. And it's got everything that you need in it, except for, you know, like glue, clippers, and paint of all that sort of ilk. So let's start off with the Moran Orc sprue. So as you guys can see, this is the Moran sprue that we know and love. It is very, very iconic now, especially with the Battle of Pelennor Field set. That again, they are like about, I don't know, 15-year-old sprue. They still look very, very cool. Very, very cool sprue. As you guys can see, if I can zoom in there, you guys can see. You know, there's nothing much to talk about them. You get 2 sprues of them, so 24 of them. You get some very, very classic Minas Tirith warriors here as well, which is kind of cool. Put on the black screen, so on the black card, so hopefully you guys can see a bit better. Very, very iconic models here. It's always nice to see some Gondor warriors, and like I think, like, yeah, they're a bit old. You know, they are, you know, coming up to 20 years now. But I still think they are quite remarkable for the time. Like I think like a lot of the Middle Earth models, old plastics, are quite good compared to some other game systems, I gotta say. Here we have the Rangers of Gondor. Now I do have to say I do prefer the old Metal Faramir's Rangers, and I'm going to be using them instead. And hopefully they come back onto a made to order soon for the 2 towers. That would be kind of cool to see. But we have the plastic Rangers, obviously for your Rangers of Athelian Legendary Legions. We have the Mortal Troll / Isengard Troll sprue. So you obviously can make any troll you want. So obviously with the Pelennor Field set, you're going to have a couple of trolls, a lot of orcs as well. So very, very cool sprue as well. Massive Isengard shield there if you want to make an Isengard troll along with the spear. If we turn it over, you can see all the cool heads there. And next we get onto the new stuff. So first of all, we have, oh, that's very cool. So this is the Gothmog, the new Gothmog sprue. So as you guys can see, there's the new Warg. You guys can see that pretty well. Very with his mane of hair, the mohawk, as some people are calling it. There his face as well. Whoop. Get that nice and centered for you guys. We have, I think, is that Gothmog's face maybe? Yes, we have Gothmog's face right here. I would say one of the best looking Gothmogs today, if not the best looking. Like, it is on point, really. You got his club, his sword as well. Very, very cool sprue. There's his shield. Gothmog. Is that a shield? Yes, I believe that is Gothmog's shield right there. Very cool to see him finally actually get a shield. His sword, club. So you can have a choice of what you want to do it. You could also magnetize it, I guess, if you really wanted to. I might actually do that, who knows. But these are very cool sprue, all in one sprue as well, so I could imagine that this sprue will come out separately at some point. We will have to wait and see, just like the Theoden sprue. And yes, this is very interesting. So the new Rangers are all on the same sprue as well, which is very, very cool. So we'll try and discern which one's which. So all 3 of the new Rangers, so Damrod, Faramir, and Madril, are all on the same sprue. So I can imagine this is going to be coming out separately at some point as well. So let's see. So who do we have here? So I believe that up here is the new Faramir head, I believe, which is very cool. And again, you can use it on Osgiliath ruins, or what do you call it? Like I guess like Ithilien style terrain, which is cool. Then we have the new Madrigal head as well, which is kind of cool. Lovely models. Don't expect anything less from the Middle Earth team now. Then we have the new Damrod as well. And of course, you know, lovely looking cloaks. Really excited to paint these guys up, which hopefully will be happening soon. Oh, look at that arrow inside on the bow. I think that's for Damrod, I believe, which is very, very cool. So yeah, I'm going to hopefully be planning to paint these up pretty damn quick, so we can get some. I want to teach one of my mates to play this game. So hopefully we get some battle reports on the channel in the new year at some point when I paint those guys up. We have the wonderful new Osgiliath ruins. So these are on Gondor ruins, just to say, is their official name, Gondor ruins. But you see how modular they are. Ray Drainfield design-esque. I don't know if Ray actually did these, but they are, you know, in the style of the Rohan houses and the Dol Guldur ruins. These are in exactly the same style as that. So we have, I believe, 2 sprues of each. So you can make, you know, one big building or 2 smaller buildings with the one set. So I believe in one set you'll get 2 sprues because it says 4 Gondor ruins. So yes, I guess that would be correct. So you get 2 sets of the Gondor ruins, which I think by themselves is probably going to cost, you know, about 40 pounds if you're in the UK, probably about 70, 80, maybe $90 in Australia if when they actually do come out. But who knows, we'll have to wait and see, because yeah, the Dol Guldur ruins were quite expensive, and you know, maybe they might do a multi-pack as well, like they did with the other sets as well. But we'll have to wait and see. I also want to say that this set is quite cool for me as well. I've never owned Madrigal or Damrod or the Gothmog, so this is obviously was a must buy for me anyway. I was going to buy it no matter what, but some cool models that I actually never had before. I now own 2 Gothmogs because I recently got the final the Death of Gothmog, what do you call it, vignette, or yeah, I guess vignette, the old one, and I recently got the Ambush and Ithilien, or Captured by Gondor set as well. So I finally have Damrod as well, but it's nice to see new sculpts as well. We also get this awesome looking Battle of Osgiliath poster, I guess. Well, it's a card backing, so it protects the books, but it's awesome to see that. On the back you get a lovely look of the Middle Earth map. This is very, very cool. Obviously on the last one for the Battle of Pelennor Fields, on the back of this we had the instruction booklet, so it's going to be interesting to see where they are. But I think they'd be pretty self-explanatory anyway, how to build these guys. Now, next up, we have the rules manual. We'll go through that a little bit later. We have the Battle of Osgiliath scenario and profile book. Again, we'll go through that a bit later on as well with the tokens. Here we go. So this is the Battle of Osgiliath construction booklet. So it's got its own construction booklet now, which is very, very cool. So it shows you how to build Gothmog, the new Rangers, the Mordor Troll, the Moran Orcs, the Rangers of Gondor, the Minas Tirith Warriors, and how to build a certain type of ruin in multiple different ways. Obviously, you can build it however you want. And then there's a little bit of a model showcase on the back as well. Under the cardboard here, we have all the bases you need, obviously. So we got the slaughter bases for the slaughter models. We have the round filled-in bases for the heroes, I would assume. We have the I think that's a 60 mil base for Gothmog, which is very cool. Oh, sorry, no, that would be a 60mm base for the Mortal Troll. It would be a 40mm base for Gothmog and his Warg. We also get some dice, some coloured dice, you know, these are like cracker dice. But, you know, if you're just starting out, they're perfect as well, you know, dice are dice, which is awesome to see. So you put this away, and let's get into some of the cool stuff. Now, spoilers ahead, guys. I will be going through them. I will just be flicking through, won't be going through every little detail on these. So if you want to look away now, look away now. But we are going to go through this, the scenario and profile booklet. So let's open this guy up. And I also did bring along the Battle of Pelennor Fields one as well. Just so, you know, do a kind of comparison. So we have the Battle of Pelennor Fields scenario profiles, and we have the Battle of Osgiliath scenario and profile book as well. So very similar, as you guys can see. Nice little gameplay summary on the back, you know, bit of profiles at a glance, the wound chart, bit of a turn sequence, basically like a cheat sheet if you're new to the game, which is kind of cool. Then we have some of the tokens. I don't use tokens. I'm not a massive fan of, like, I don't know. It gets a bit cluttered in my opinion, and you know. But for new players, I guess it's kind of cool, and I guess if you want to do it properly, I guess it's a good way to do it as well. But you know, you have your cavalry charge, your fell courage, heroic move, heroic combat, heroic strike. You know, your wound counters. On the other side, you have heroic accuracy, I think that is. Yes, heroic accuracy, heroic defense, heroic resolve, heroic march, half movement, prone, and the other wound counters as well. So 2 and 1. So yeah, you know, if that's how you like to use them, I guess that's how you like to use them. Then we get into the Battle of Osgiliath. Now this is just a small little book. It is how many pages is it? It is 16 pages long, or 14 pages, however you want to look at it. That shows you, you know, nice little gallery of what you're actually going to be seeing in the book. Let's move it in a bit closer for you guys. So we have the forces of Gondor on the front, and I'm guessing the forces of Mordor on the back. Yes, of course. And we have content, so we're going to go straight into some scenarios, like Welcome Middle Earth, and then straight into some scenarios. I'm not going to go through them, guys. You guys can go through them yourselves. So we have Orcs cross the Anduin, ambush the hunter or the hunted, and fall back to Minas Tirith. And then we get into the profiles. I'm pretty sure this profile is going to be exactly the same. I don't think any of them have changed. There's no reason for them to. But they're nice. Obviously, they don't come with any points values. They're just there for new players to get playing with these scenarios straight away. And then we have the next steps in your Middle Earth journey, which is kind of cool, showing what to do next. Obviously, Gondor at War would be a good place to go next, as well with the army books, if you guys are new to the game. Next up, we have the rules manual, or I should say, finally, we have the new rules manual. Now, I've seen a lot of people online saying, you know, what is this? Is this like a new edition? Is this, you know, blah, blah, blah? Is this, you know, does the old rulebook doesn't count anymore? Is this, you know, the same one? And yes and no. So this is basically this. So this is the old one that came with the Battle of Pelennor Fields set, the one with Gandalf on the front. And then we have the new one with the Battle of Osgiliath with Sauron's eye on the front. Now this new one is essentially this, but with all the added FAQs that have come out since this has been released. So this came out in 2018, late 2018. I think it was August or September, if I remember correctly. So, you know, the last, 4 or 5 years, all the FAQs that come out, this is what is the updated version of this, essentially. So the game is exactly the same. There is no rules changes. Think of it as a version 1.5. So it's not a new edition of the game. It is just the same rules, but with added FAQs. You know, a new look on the book as well. So as you guys can see, the Eye of Sauron on the front. The old one had Gandalf on the front. On the back, we had Smaug and Bard and Lake Town. On the new one, we've got Osgiliath. So you're gonna find, you know, some different pictures to how should I put this? That keeps up with the current format, I should say. So as we look through, I'm not gonna go through every page by page, guys. As you guys can see, we have, you know, some of the Council of Elrond here. which is completely different than the front page of the old one, if I can get it out. So as you guys can see, it is already a bit different here. So you're going to have new pictures, which is kind of cool. And now I know there is a big conversation topic, if we can actually find it, which are the scenarios that come in the book. I don't know, where are the scenarios? If I can find them, of course. Yeah, so here are your scenarios. So for match play. So it comes with domination, to the death, hold ground, destroy the supplies, reconnoiter, and fog of war. And that is it. In the old one, we did get all 12. But in this one, we only have 6. I don't know why they've done this. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. Maybe they, were spaced, stretched for space in the book, or I honestly don't know. Obviously, you can get them with the General's accessory pack. I believe that's still available. Yes, it kind of sucks, but what do you do? Again, it is for beginners. Like, this set is for beginners. You can still use this book. There is nothing wrong with still using this old book. If you guys know the FAQs and all that already, there's nothing wrong with using that old book. This is just an updated version with the new FAQs and all that kind of stuff. And you still get the old scenarios in that. Still get all 12 scenarios in that book, which is cool. Then we move. There's some cool stuff in here as well. So we have like some new models that are on the army showcase, I guess you would call it, the Armies of Middle Earth. So the army showcase, which shows all the new models that have come out since the last edition. So we got like new Gandalf, the new he might have already been out, but the new Rangers, new Bill, the what's his name, Barlaman Butterberg. He's come out since the old one. The new Elrond and Glorfindel all is in there as well, which is cool. There's Orifin, Brumil, very, very cool. Helm Hammerhand, he's come out since then. There's a few others in here as well, if we can find it. All the new Dale stuff is in here as well. And I'm sure there's other stuff in here as well. Dunland is in here, which is very cool. Oh. Mine is a bit stuck. We got a whole new Eastling, which is kind of funny because I was looking through this before. Oh, sorry guys, I just knocked that. I was looking through this one before, and the only Eastling bit that was in here, if I can quickly find it for you guys, is that. That is all that was there. That was all she wrote. It was those warriors down here. Now we have like a full double page of Eastlings, which is kind of cool, thanks to Defense of the North. My book is a little bit stuck, I gotta say. The Keeper of the Dungeons, he might have been out, honestly. I honestly don't remember. A little bit stuck here. But yeah, it's very, very cool. Then we have some example armies. So you have Nick Baton's Rohan. So this is completely different as well. There was Adams, Jays, I think it was Keefe's as well, and someone else I completely forgot, I'm so sorry. We got Jason Lee's Moria, which is cool. Very nice looking dragon there, I gotta say. Jay's Erebor Reclaimed. I love that army, such a cool army. And Rob's Goblin Town and Allies, which is a very cool looking army as well. And then it tells you again what next: the armies of Lord of the Rings, armies of the Hobbit, all the what do you call it? The supplements that have come out since then. And then where to find some more stuff for Middle Earth, and the index, and no, the journey doesn't end here. Which is very cool, because on the back page of the last one is also another Grey Havens. I think I'm quite ready for another adventure. So it's nice to see, the quotes have changed. I'm sure they've had a lot of fun doing this. Changing all the quotes, new photos and all that in there as well. But yeah, that is everything from the Battle of Osgiliath. So we're gonna go back to the couch and have a debrief after all that. But yeah, there we go. Battle of Osgiliath. Hope you guys enjoyed that. So there we go, guys. That is the Battle of Osgiliath. I hope you guys enjoyed that unboxing. As you guys can tell, I'm pretty excited. It's awesome to see all the new heroes, and it is nice to see those returning models that are still being used. I know there's a few videos out there discussing what the cost and what the cost effectiveness of this, and is it worth it, is it not worth it? And in my opinion, this is not for honestly, it is for existing players. Obviously, you want to get the new rulebook, you want to get the new toys, but it is aimed at starters. It's a starter set in the end. It is a starter set. It is aimed for new players to try and get into the game, and obviously it is going to be on that ilk. The last Pelennor Field set very much was a bargain. It was very much a bargain. You got 84 plastic miniatures in that set, and it was definitely worth it if you wanted it. I still think this will be worth it if you want quite a few things in there. Obviously, you can sell some stuff on if you really want to. If you don't want, the Moran and Orcs or the Gondor stuff, you can sell that stuff on and get some of that money back. Or it's a tough one. It's a tough one because I think it's one of the perfect starter sets. It comes with 2 armies. Obviously, the Mordor one you can't use legally because you've only got 1 hero. But you can easily get a captain and make that a legal army. The Gondor stuff's already a legal army because you get 3 heroes and 24 warriors. So that's already good to go. And it's a perfect starter set because you get terrain, you get the armies, you get scenarios, you get the rule book. It's just so good. You get dice and the rulers. I actually forgot to show you guys the rulers. I think for what it is, for what it represents, I think it's perfect. Now, I do think it, like I said, I do think it will be worth it once everything does release. Like, I can see that Gothmog being the same price as the new Elrond or Gandalf the White, something like that. Same with those heroes, 3 plastic heroes. I could see that being the same price as them as well. So I think once you take everything and put it down separately, you're not counting if you can get it cheap on eBay or trade groups or anything like that, but separately from the Games Workshop store, which is what they would be looking at. I still think you would be able to save quite a bit on there. And again, we're not getting as much as we did get in the Pelennor Field set, but we're getting a lot more as well. We're getting terrain, we're getting more heroes. We're getting a lot more new stuff in this set compared to that Pelennor Field set. We're getting an updated rulebook. We're getting, 4 new scenarios kind of in those introductory scenarios, which like I said, we'll be playing on the channel at some point. Need to get those guys painted up to show a friend how to play the game, which will be pretty cool. Hope you guys will enjoy that. But yeah, I think for what, like I said, what it represents, what it does for the game, trying to get new players into it, I think it's a lot better, in my opinion, to get this into the for new players, because like I said, it comes with terrain as well, to get into the game. Again, that's just my opinion. That's my opinion only. Again, new rulebook with the all the new FAQs. It's not an update. It's not a new version of the game. You guys can still use that old rulebook if you don't want this one. It just comes with the FAQs. Which I don't think Games Workshop have ever done. I don't think they, without redoing the entire, without relaunching a new edition, I don't think they've ever updated a rulebook just with FAQs, which is very, very cool to see. Hopefully that's a nice little trend as well. I'm sure, at some point, in a couple of years, we'll get a new edition of the game at some point. But until then, these are very, very cool to have in the meantime. So yeah, and if you guys, in my opinion, I think it's worth it. Like I said, didn't have a lot of those heroes at the time, and it's nice to see them still using those plastics. Would I like to have them have new plastic? Of course I would. To have them do new plastic warriors at some point, but we have to be realistic. If they were doing a whole new box of plastic warriors with the prices that some of the new box sets are coming out from Games Workshop at the moment, it would be exponentially more expensive, or we'd get a lot less in there as well. From comparing Battle of Pelennor Fields to Battle of Osgiliath, I think for a starter set, the Battle of Osgiliath is a lot better. Because you get monsters, you get monstrous, you do monstrous abilities. You got all your heroes to do all your heroic abilities. You got Gothmog to do all your cavalry charges and your cavalry bonuses. So you get to essentially learn all those new abilities as well if you are new to the game. And yeah, you have, you know, you have rules for terrain, all that kind of stuff. So I think overall, I think it's a great set. And again, like I said, that's just my opinion and my opinion only. Everyone's got their own opinion, which is you know, which is fine. You know, if you think it's worth it, you know, get it. If you don't think it's worth it, don't get it. You know, it's that simple. But obviously, I want to support the Middle Earth team. You know, I've got 3 of them now. You know, I got that one which I got yesterday, and I've got 2 more on the way. I'll be giving one away to a friend, and I'm going to be giving one away when we hit 1,000 subscribers. I think this is the first time I'm saying this on the channel. We are getting very close to 1,000 subscribers, so I want to say thank you so much to everyone who's continued watching. I know the channel has been a bit dead as of late. You know, obviously not with a lot of news coming out, and me being quite busy at work at the moment. Haven't been able to get a lot of videos out on the channel, but this week I've been filming a lot of content, so hopefully you guys will be seeing a lot of that in the future. So that'd be very cool. And of course, with this new set, you know, there's a lot of cool stuff that I can do with this set as well for the channel, which is kind of cool. But there we go, guys. That is the Battle of Osgiliath, which is an awesome, like I said, it's an awesome set. You guys can expect a lot of content on the channel to do with this set. And I can't wait to show that to you guys. But thank you guys so very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I think that's pretty much it. So I'll see you guys in the next video stream. Oh yes, I will be streaming this again. I'm sorry guys, this is not very professional of me, but I will be streaming tomorrow. So I'm currently recording this on Saturday. On Sunday night, I think it's Sunday morning for you guys in the UK and the EU and the US. But on Sunday night here, I will be building Battle of Osgiliath, because I want to get this stuff built. So I'll be doing a live stream with me building all this kind of stuff, all the new heroes, all that cool stuff. So make sure to drop by and you know, say good day as well. Yes, hopefully see you guys there. But thank you guys so very much for watching this. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next video stream. And as always, happy gaming.